Hello, welcome to our Skills Impact series. I'm Nadel. I'm the Vice President of the Generator Skills Program, and I'm really excited to welcome Presley to our conversation today.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Presley Biggs. I grew up in the Chicagoland area. About 9 years ago, I moved to Wisconsin, and I've called the Fox Valley area my home ever since. The majority of my career has been centered in the transportation industry, and for well over a decade, I've worked across relocation services, operations management, and waste and recycling, and most recently, DOT and FMCSA focused compliance. And now, while I've built a strong foundation in transportation, compliance, operations, I'm excited to move into a more technology-driven role, especially as the world kind of shifts more towards digital solutions, automation, and AI-supported workflows. So I'd like to broaden my skill set even more and step into those roles that allow me to bridge kind of the gap between operations, technology, strategy, and ultimately I want to be a part of the future of work. So
I love
that's where I'm
that.
going.
Oh my gosh, Presley, that is, and all of those things, myself included, I'm a kind of operations and finance person by nature, and by work. And so I love hearing that and how you kind of want to bring all of those things together and continue like pushing forward, because obviously we're going to need that as we continue moving through workforce development.
We're all headed in that direction.
We sure are. So, kind of share with us, obviously, that was a little bit about you and your background. And you're located in the Fox Valley region of Wisconsin, which is kind of like the northwest region of the Wisconsin area, correct?
Yeah, somewhat in the center, not quite
Right.
towards the driftless region, but yeah.
Yeah. Nice. I love it. And why did you decide to join the Generator Skills Accelerator program?
Well, I had been working in my role for a little over 2 years at the time, and I just was feeling a bit stagnant. I was looking to kind of level myself up and promote into a leadership role, and I reached a point where I knew I needed to be more intentional with my growth.
Right.
I felt like, I have years of experience, but I wanted to better understand how it all connected and how to move towards roles that actually aligned with the kind of work that I enjoyed the most. And so, in thinking of that, I realized a lot of my responsibilities looked and felt like project management, and the Skills Accelerator felt like that chance or opportunity to formalize those skills, fill in any gaps, and just build confidence around the direction I was looking to go.
Amazing. And when did you go through the program?
November of 2023 is when I graduated.
So you are one of our like OG alums.
Yes, yes, yeah, it's been a while, so much growth.
It has been a while, but this is also such a wonderful experience too, because a lot of the things that we talk about in our program is the fact that we do support all of our graduates in perpetuity and that we mean it, that literally, like, we will, and you can share, but you'll still hear from us in your inbox. We're still talking in this
Oh,
regard
absolutely.
that we are really connected even once you finish the program itself.
Oh yeah, I can still reach out to my coach anytime, which is absolutely fantastic. I was like, wow, you guys are really dedicated to me. That's wonderful. So,
Yes, and we mean it and we are. So yes, if you can, like, tell us a little bit about your experience in the accelerator program when you were going through it, and then kind of also walk us through where what you've been doing since then.
yeah, so the experience itself has been incredibly supportive. I felt like the curriculum was strong, but really the coaching and the community really brought everything together for me. The weekly structure was able to keep me accountable. And just having conversations with the other participants made the work feel more collaborative rather than intimidating. So it felt very energizing being surrounded by people who are all trying to grow in their own ways. And the program just felt really personal to me. So that's kind of what stood out.
Oh, that's fantastic. And how do you think that the Skills Accelerator helped you the most with where you were and ultimately where you were trying to go?
Yeah, it played a huge role in helping me reach my next career step. So, with all the encouragement and the support from the cohort, especially my coach, they ultimately helped me rediscover my motivation and recognize the value within myself that I bring. So, it gave me structure, it gave me direction, especially when I was gearing up to get my project management certificate and secure, a promotion within my organization. So many of the LinkedIn learning classes that I completed through the program counted towards the PDUs that were actually required for my PMP application, which really helped me get a running start. And just having the opportunity to connect with others who are on a similar path or possibly even already achieved their PMP, to be connected with those people really brought insight into the application and testing process. So that was super helpful. And then when it came time to apply for my promotion, the resume review support made a huge difference. I was able to craft a more engaging resume that highlighted my experience, and my coach just, was always open to provide thoughtful feedback, offered mock interviews to help me prepare, and so it just really boosted my confidence and my readiness.
I love how you talk about both kind of the technical skills, so the project management skills that are, obviously needed to deploy in the role that you have, but then also the kind of interpersonal skills and
Yes.
intrapersonal skills that you were able to meet, not only just networking with fellow peers who are motivating, but also inspiring, but then also for you to kind of recognize that you have a significant amount of value. And even as you're taking that next step into kind of something that's more unknown, you're really ready for it. And you're also ready to learn and be curious about the different things that are going to perhaps like help you grow into the next step. So talk to us about your kind of current status, like what the role was you had prior to the program and then what role you're currently working in now.
Yeah, so I'm currently working as a PMP certified service delivery manager. So I'm supporting teams, partnering with leadership, collaborating closely with our strategic clients to make sure we're meeting all those operational and compliance requirements. And so my role spans cross-department coordination, planning, communication, process improvement. So everything that kind of ties into that project management landscape. So
Amazing. You honestly, I feel like you would be such a good person to speak to our current participants who are going through the program too. So if you don't mind, I may potentially put you in touch with one of our team members who schedules those out because you have such a not only do you have such a wide range of experience, but your ability to speak to it and to kind of talk about how it all intertwines with the skills that you learned. Again, I kind of shared this with you before we started the interview, but like that's rare and very, very valuable. So you might get another
yeah,
email to reach of us reaching out if that's okay.
that would be awesome. Anytime I would love to.
Cool. And kind of talk to us, like, what advice would you give to others who are in a similar boat to you, maybe are were already working and looking for a promotion, or individuals who may not be working currently? What advice would you give to them about joining a program like ours?
I mean, I would say go for it. Take the opportunity, show up curious, show up open, let yourself be surprised by what you discover about your own strengths. The program will give you that structure and support and a community. They truly want to see you succeed. So if you're feeling stuck or uncertain about your next step, this is truly the type of environment that's going to help you get unstuck in the best way.
I love that. And it sounds like, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but in terms of kind of like what was your favorite part of the program? And it sounds to me like it may have been that community aspect of it, but share with us what your thoughts are there.
No, absolutely. The community was a big part of it, but I have to give it all to my career coach. They were one of the most valuable parts of my entire experience. So, and just asking me the right questions, pushing me to think bigger, and helping me see what I wasn't giving myself credit for. And having someone in your corner like that who's honest and invested in your growth, it makes a huge difference. So, it made every goal and every breakthrough feel more intentional. So, she was amazing.
I love hearing that. And that is one of the special pieces of our program where it's not just a training program or not just kind of a job placement support program. It really is a holistic kind of career development program where we are fully invested in your success and we do want to see you reach your goals. And that helps us reach our goals, right? So it's a very symbiotic relationship in that it supports kind of like the entire ecosystem of workforce development across all of the different sectors.
Absolutely.
And so, last but not least, if you had one ask for our audience who's watching today, what would that be?
I would say that you are capable of more than you think. Just you have to give yourself the space to grow. And when you invest in yourself, you elevate your potential, and everything else around you rises with that. And the Skills Accelerator helped me see the value in myself, and I hope that others can also see the value in theirs too.
Oh, that's a beautiful sentiment and so profound, Presley, too, to kind of recognize that, like, when you put effort into one area, it does often allow other areas to bloom right along with it. And so, and also watching it in action, like, it's not just something you're talking about, but you're actually doing it and living it and experiencing it. So, thank you so much,
Yeah,
not only for being a part of our program and a part of our alumni community, but sharing your story with us today.
absolutely. Thank you for having me. It was wonderful.
Of course, I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.